Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We got a couple people waiting in the wings there from the beginning. We got Vinny, 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Hello, Mr. Aubrey. How you doing? And then we've got Holistic Cake, who just jumped in, as well as Bearded Barley, here for the win. That's right. Here we go. Can you guys hear me all right? Shia, buddy. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Coffee Lady, also in the stream there. You should be able to just, on your phone, just swipe all the way forward in order to get to the right time frame. Not sure why it would do that. That's weird. Good, good, good. Because as soon as I clicked the button in order to start the whole speaking spiel, my mic was doing that whole right side dead, left side totally active, and scratchiness, awesomeness. It was great. It was wonderful. Okay, no, not really. It was not wonderful. It's a very scuffed beginning, but it is okay. We got this, guys. Thank you for pushing through it with me. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. Hope you had an amazing week. I had a pretty darn good week, as always. When you look at the glass half full, it tends to be pretty good most of the time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So, my first week back to work, working an actual normal schedule, what's that like? To actually be back among the land of the living, it is pretty neat. It is pretty neat. I was very happy to be back with everyone else instead of on the overnights working the very, very much so graveyard shift. Yeah, so that was neat. Lining out some plans. So since we did, hello, hi, I hit the table. Since we did so well on the racking project, now they want me to fly out to Washington Courthouse, Ohio. So does that mean that when I get back, I can say Skibbity, Ohio? Or is it too late for that now? Did I miss that train? No, really. So there's another DC that's out there. It's gone through a couple of different re-racks. And they're one of the only ones that are actually holding the line when it comes to their border filler friendliness and how things flow. And because our DC was able to just knock it out of the park on the first try, they want me to go there to be a consultant, so to speak, I guess, an extra facilitator for a racking training. They want me to go for 1 week. So it's going to be during the second week of November. I'll fly out on a Monday, fly back on a Friday. It's going to be neat. I've never been to Ohio. I've been to all the states most of the states west of the Mississippi. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Definitely from I-25 on west, I've been to all of them. But when I get farther east, I've been to Wisconsin. I've been to Kansas. And oh, you know what? And then I drove to Texas. Yeah, that's right. Remember when I got the expedition and I had to go down there and get it? Yeah, that was a thing. That was definitely a thing. Yeah, so that's what's been going on. So this week was getting caught up on all the things that I've been missing because I was on the overnights. But it was neat because I didn't have really anything else going on each night. So I was actually able to come home, have dinner with the family, see my kids when they're conscious instead of only in bed. It was nice. It was very nice. So then on Thursday, I actually went off to church for the worship practice. So I'm actually not playing tomorrow morning at all. But I wanted to see if I could make some time to go learn how to do the sound there. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, whenever you watch the Calvary Chapel in Cheyenne, their online service, it varies wildly on the quality of it. Sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's very not, sometimes it's mid. But I found out the reason why is because sometimes they don't have anyone to manage it, so they literally just turn it on and call it square. So a lot of what they have is just they have 2 separate lines for the music that they have. So they got the one that goes to the main mix for inside the church, the physical inside, all the mains and everything. Sounds amazing. That's usually where they always have someone. And then they have a separate feed that takes the raw audio and feeds it to a different laptop, and that's what goes to the live stream. So they have other default settings that are on there that are not good. Let me just try to put it lightly. And it's not the same. So you'd think that you would just take the same mix that you have on the main mix and send it over to the computer and then put any final polishing touches on there. Nope. Plus they redo it from scratch every week. So I'm learning things. It's kind of neat. So when I grew up, my dad really taught me how to manage sound. He had a really nice mixer, and it had all the little twisty knobs that were on there for everything. And so he taught me, hey, this is what the low end is, this is what the mid, this is what the high end is, this is how you get a good mix for all the different instruments that you have in there. And so I was trying to put that into practice. So it turns out the main guy who usually does all the sound mixing for there is the same person who taught my kids how to play violin when they're in elementary school. Mr. Feezer. His name's Logan. He's a very good teacher. He was able to walk me through all the different things that I needed to know in order to be able to run the mixer. So it was good enough so that once he was wrapping things up, he needed to go because he lives, an hour away or something like that. So he asked if I could just close down shop, and I was the guy that was just showing up. Okay. So tomorrow morning I'll go to church and I will, I'll do that. You might get that training from your pastor eventually. Nice, Vinny. Yeah. So, I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow goes a little better, but I'm not really running it. I'm going to be the second guy that's there shadowing. So we'll see. We will see. Don't know. But afterwards, I had a good hour-long conversation with Isaiah, the worship leader. And he really wants to help out with the marching band over next summer and fall. He actually hit me up right after summer marching season. And I was still figuring, I had so much that was going on. I was so busy. So I couldn't really tell him either way. But on the way back from Casper, when I was riding back with one of the band directors, Inkster, we were talking about percussion and drumline and the needs of having more people to help out. And so I brought it up. Hey, this guy, he's actually looking to help. And he knew who he was, knew his whole family. He's like, that sounds great, but that's not my band, so I got to go hit up Mr. Brown, Zamboni, and make sure that he's good with it. Now, I know that he's going to be good with it. I knew he would, because they sung together in a choir. Apparently, Zamboni knows his whole family as well, just loves him. So I talked with Brown yesterday after the football game and made sure, like, hey, would you be okay if I gave your number over to Isaiah, because he's wanting to help out with the drum line next year. And he goes, yeah, absolutely. That sounds amazing. Let's do it. This is what I want. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. So I just need to get that ball rolling, but I'm turning out to be a bit of a liaison person, which is fine. I'm kind of looking forward to what that might mean, because Isaiah and I tend to have the same thoughts when it comes to how music should sound. Fancy that! He's the worship leader, and I'm on his worship team, and we're of one mind. Funny how that works. So that was last night after the football game, and it was actually the only football game for Central I was able to go to all year. So they went up against Natrona County, and they had a couple good plays, but they lost. But the band didn't do a halftime show. Instead, they were recognizing all the seniors that were in the football team. So they were just doing pep band the whole time. So that was neat to be in that again. So it's just all excitement all the time. and they all just play as loud as they can for the most part. And they've actually started sounding pretty good over the months as they keep getting better and better and try to push it forward. It was great. So I was actually able to stand in front of Cake most of the time too. So I was very, very much so able to hear him hitting all the high notes. He's louder than all the flutes, and they're the ones that are actually supposed to play those high notes. And he actually sounds pretty good when he's playing what he needs to play. It was a fun time. It was a very fun time. So then I was actually able to go over to my parents' place and hang out with them for a few hours and just talk. Like, not over the phone, face to face, because I'm not on night shifts. Hey, that was nice to be able to actually sit down. I have a really close relationship with my parents, and I really like being able to sit down and talk with them about real adult things instead of just surface stuff. I value their opinion on a great many things, so it's nice. It was very nice. Yes, it was. Yeah. So now I've got Cake, who's been waiting in the wings for me. Let's go ahead and unmute the guy so that way he's just not sitting there forever waiting. And he is unmuted. Freedom! That is freedom right there. That is the definition of le freedom. That's right. It was a great visit. Yeah. My wife got some Taco Bell for Buddy, but not me. Coffee lady, you need to learn. I love the green sauce and the burritos all the time. But, you know, to be fair, she did give me some of hers when she realized, oh, you didn't get any. So she gave me half of her burrito and some of her Power Bowl as well, and it was still pretty good. And Cake, you just skipped everything last night. You went out to Culver's with the band last night, right?
Yep.
What did you have there?
The Wisconsin Swiss melt.
A constant Swiss melt? Is that what you said?
Wisconsin Swiss melt.
Wisconsin cheese. I hear they have
Yes.
good cheese.
They do have good cheese.
I hear Green Bay has a lot to say about that too. But you know, whatever. Oh man. Yeah. So you went out with your girlfriend again, right?
Yep.
Afterwards, you guys were just able to hang out.
Mhm.
That is cool. So here, guys, I went ahead and I cleaned up the mines for the Netherite last time. So we've got 56 more scrap that's in here. So we need to make some Netherite so we can do some of the building again. Now we're up to 14 now. Yeah, look at that. 14 Netherite. Extra. Just completely extra because remember, we're already decked out in all the things. This is purely for decoration. And I had a decent amount of extra gold that was in there too, so that's always helpful. Maybe Cake can come over here and smelt his stuff too, huh?
Smelting it right now.
Yeah. That football game was pretty fun last night, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad Central didn't win. But selfishly, maybe that's, to my advantage, so you don't need to go do another football game where you're going to be taken away from me and I can't be there.
But you don't want to go to a football game on Halloween night?
Well, I actually wouldn't really care about that. But, would it actually still have been on a Friday? I thought the playoff games are like on Saturdays or something.
No, it would have been on Halloween this year if we went to the playoffs.
I see. Okay. I see. Yep. Speaking of Harvest Day, Kenzie was talking about putting it together another game with Will and Matt of like a Minecraft bingo. A Minecraft bingo. So you get all the things, and the first one to actually get a bingo wins. And it's just like collecting several different blocks, like 20 different blocks or something like that.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, I think so. So she's still kind of fleshing it out, but we'll see. Maybe we can have something special next week for that. I don't know. But I would love you to be part of it if that's possible. And maybe, perhaps, I could get Jeef to be part of it as well.
Yes.
I know. I wish he was here today because, we're going to be covering the Western Thunder Marching Band. And I would love to hear his thoughts.
Yeah.
But, he's at another football game tonight, so. Fiduciary responsibilities. That's right. That's what he's got going on. But it's going to be neat. So, I talked about how last week, how it is that my dad was going to be getting another video going of the Western Thunder Marching Band and eventually Central High School like he did last year. And so he actually got that Western Thunder video up and running on his channel. So we are going to review that later on after we get some building done. After Mikey time, that is the plan to go do the Western Thunder Marching Band review. So make sure you stick around for that. It's going to be in about an hour and a half. I need to get those free stickers and go. You mean tickets? No, I didn't get a chance to call him. I was going to get a hold of him tonight after the stream and talk with him about that. But we'll see. We shall see.
We shall.
Yeah. Apparently, because Jeef is in the Western Thunder Marching Band, I might be able to get completely free tickets to actually go to a football game there. And so I would love it if we could actually make that a thing. Tickets. You wrote tickets? Well, I like stickers too. Especially if maybe there were some stickers that said "Be the Beacon." I think that would be neat.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this guy doing over here? What are you working on right now, Mr. Cake?
Just smelting the ancient debris.
Ah,
Right
I
now.
see. Oh, you're just in your base doing that?
Yeah,
You know, I have an auto smelter over here, and it's
I know. Yeah,
it's got a lot of
but
firepower. Just gonna throw that out there.
I like my stuff.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do.
All right, let's get this going, huh? You know, I think I might actually take some time and redesign this a little bit. So it's not going to be anywhere close to even. So remember, there's 18 trims, 18 of them. And we're only about maybe 2/3 of the way over here, barely over half. Here's the halfway mark around the A for alpha. And I think we have 14 of them used already. So it's 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We only have 4 more. So if I were to do that, like a set of 2 and a set of 2 or something like that, that would only come to about here. Now, my original thought was to come all the way back over here. Now, maybe I actually keep this up as the display, but that's part of the reason why I was doing the signs that were on here that had the words of what it actually is, the trim that's on top in there, the block that's actually needed to make it, kind of a thing. So the plan was not to keep this the whole time, and eventually to move Excalibur, the Dragon Slayer 5000, and put it somewhere else on display where it would be, very obvious. Like right now, this is great while it is that we were collecting everything. We've got it all now, so now we just need to finish building it out. So I don't know. Like, I think if I had like sets of 2, like if I broke this up into a little bit, it would expand it out some as well. And the fact that this is pretty much just like straight for this whole line over here, like if you come along the back, it looks really flat. Like these 4 potentially are all going to have the same back that's on there, and it's not going to indent in. And really these 2 need to indent backwards. And it's just not. It's just not. So I don't know. This may be nitpicky, but I have that right. All right, let's get one of our netherite sets going. Let's get the flow and the bolt going. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. It's going to happen. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, we just need to get a regular block there, I think. You know what I think, Gen A. Okay, here we go. Sweet. So what's been going on with your guys' lives over the last wonderful week that we had? Okay, anything special happen for you at school or getting ready for things
No.
that are coming up?
Not yet.
No? Nothing special for jazz band coming?
Nothing. Nothing yet.
That makes me sad. So what are you playing?
I'm
You
playing
playing-
Barry sax in jazz.
Barry.
And one song on clarinet.
Oh, what? In jazz? They're letting you
Yes.
play clarinet in jazz band?
I know. It's awesome.
I'm so excited about that. Dude, there's a lot of high school bands that just don't allow it. Even though the clarinet can be a very jazzy instrument, a lot of high school bands just won't do it because it's not loud enough, and B, usually people aren't good enough to actually play some, good jazz. Good jazz.
Good jazz.
Yeah. Have you heard of Benny Goodman?
No.
Benny Goodman was the most famous clarinetist, I would say, ever. So he was a huge jazz clarinetist. But he also performed with symphonies as well and kind of added his jazzy flair to a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
It does mean, I'm glad you caught that, it does mean he's good enough. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to see what that's going to mean. We need 2 of these. We'll need some end rods. There we go. Yeah, so I didn't know who he was until I was a junior in high school. And then someone pointed him out to me, and I was like, "Who's that?" And like, "You don't know? You're like an amazing clarinetist. You should know. You need to look this up." So I got a CD of his and started listening, and he was very talented. And he's actually what taught me. He's the one that taught me that you can gliss on the clarinet, you can bend the pitch on the clarinet, and you can have vibrato on the clarinet. All true. All true. Was it you? You were the one that pointed it out to me? I wasn't 100% certain. I thought it was, but... Okay, we got the amethyst, and then we need a copper block. Yes. Let's go. Here we go. So how did you know, Barley, about a clarinetist when you didn't play anything in band at all? I'm curious to know. Oh, was ist das? Was ist das?
I definitely do not think that there were also submarine stairs on top. What do you mean?
It's like it's right next to it. It's so weird.
What?
I know. All right, so we're going to create a bit of a mirror here. So we're going to do the copper, and then we'll do the amethyst. And then we'll get these things going on. That's coming from the left. Okay. Oh, I need one more. Thought I had enough. Bennu Goodman played in a few old movies. Oh. What movies are you talking about there?
Ooh.
Ooh. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I mean, it's going to have to come forward because of what's coming next, but hey, that's good. Coolness. All right, let's get our item frames up there. Get all of our trims ready to go. All right, so we've got, let's leave one left in there. We need to make one copy of the bolt trim. Yeah? Why did I put the copper there? I don't know. Vinny said, I had to get Aubrey's bow in for repair. She has been rough on her bow and violin case over the last year. Now, how old is Aubrey again? And how long has she been playing? Goes away. I think we need to have 2 in order to duplicate this, and then we need our diamonds out. The thing we don't have a lot of. That's fine. Diamonds are meant to be used, not just stored.
Oh, where do you want me
There
to
we
put
go.
the netherite scrap I got?
I'll just put it in the main collection. You got ancient debris, or what do you got?
The netherite scraps from the expedition we did last stream.
You got the scraps? Just go ahead and put it in this chest here.
Okay.
And I'll come get them out later. She's 12 and started last year. Started violin in, is that 6th grade? Or 7th grade?
6th or 7th. 6th, 7th grade.
What are you trying to say there?
Nothing.
All right, let's go back. 6th grade. She started last year in 6th grade. Okay, cool. Yeah, those first couple years are always going to be rough, for sure. I remember the first viola that we got Jeep was just a cheapo $100 one that was from Walmart, and it worked. All right, let's make one more copy. Sweet. Then we can place them up. And then we got not the water bucket. Sweet. Okay, we need to take our one extra and go put it back, and then we can take our armor out and go to town. Heck yeah. All right. And then we'll also need the signs in order to do the thing.
You deserve continuous care.
Yes. Put it down. There, right there. Right there. Mm-hmm. Right there indeed. What did it... Did it actually make... Did I take 2 out? No, I didn't. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, so then I need dark oak signs in order to write the things. She was fast-tracked to Orchestra 3, skipping Orchestra 2 this year. Wow, dude, that's awesome. Sweet. Now, I don't remember talking about this when we were younger, but did you play any instruments? I know you've been learning the bass guitar now and the guitar. I don't think I have any of those signs in here, do I? Let's make a couple. We'll use them. Sweet. Okay. We've got flow. We got bolt and then flow. Bolt. And then flow. Has anybody seen flow? Flow. Okay. Get our signs placed back. Leftover dark oak we don't need. Okay. What else? I think we're going to stick with the same kind of plan that's there, where we're going to do the copper covering and then the amethyst covering. Yes, that's what we're going to do. You also, Barley said she also knew about some of those old swing bands. Yep. Yeah, you know, the Glenn Miller Band actually had a trumpet player that would switch back and forth between the clarinet and the trumpet. Need some glow ink, and we need light gray dye. I need an old priest and a young priest. I tried to learn Uncle Tony's violin when I was in 4th grade, but it was too large, so I lost interest after half a year. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Let's just take all of them. It's fine. Then we should have the light gray over there. Y'all. Wait, was that the Stradivarius? Yeah, you got it, Barley. You got it. All right. Where is light gray? Sweet. All right, so we'll splash the glow ink. And then we'll put on the light gray. So just kind of makes it not quite so punchy, but it still glows. There we go. Good. I don't... Did he play the viola? I thought you told me he played the fiddle, which is like the violin.
The fiddle is the violin. It's just a different playing style.
This is true. So I was right, in a way. Okay. All right, did you get the spruce? You didn't get the back end. The guy, you just totally... Stop pulling a green and do the backside.
The what?
The backside.
Oh. Nah.
Oh. Okay, and then we need the spruce and the spruce. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Alrighty, so we need that covered like so. And then we can get the spruce on the bottom along with the spruce planks. Slabs, that is. Alright, now it's ready for the stands. It was the Stradivarius. Okay. Wouldn't that be something if we still had that around today? Okay, so what we were doing the armor stands. I'm distracted. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm talking about musical instruments here, and I'm very much so interested. Did I leave them in the red box? I think I did. Yeah, it was. Yeah, those are the most famous types of instruments, the Stradivarius. I think it was made during the Renaissance time frame, if I remember right. Okay. Now it's time to do the things. How much do I have in the way of templates? Not nearly enough.
You have some.
I have two.
Some.
Two. So we need...
I have over a stack of them. You want some?
Yes, please. Yes, I would very much so like to have some.
Okay.
I just need 8 for now.
Yep.
But if you want to overdo that, I am totally okay with it. All right, let's put our quartz away. Can rearrange things a little bit to make this a little easier to do. Yes. All right, so then we're going to need the 4 copper and the 4 amethyst. Oh, that's why I left the stuff in here. Okay. Now, if I remember right, you told me that he played tuba when he was really young, and then he stopped because it was so huge compared to him. So we need 4. Yes. And then we've got the amethyst stored. How did he... Oh, did he lose his hearing from when he was in the military? That makes sense. Okay. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me?
No. Here you go.
Thank you. That was a lot more than 8. And I will take it! Thanks, son.
It's only a bit more than 8.
He didn't stop because of the size. He just liked the viola more. That is not a reason. Come on. Jeez. So many people think that they just can't because
It's a reason.
well,
it's a dumb reason.
I'm playing one instrument, and I am a monogamous to my instrument. No, it's not like that. That's with marriage. You're not married to your instrument. You're married to music. Okay. What's next? So we need to get the things. 2 helmets. Wait, do we have extra that was in here? Yes, we did. And then 2 chest plates. Let's go. We'll get that here in a second. All right. So now we need to get our overlays in place so we can actually make this all netherite. I know, you think that this would be like a really tremendously big deal, but it's like, meh, it's just netherite, it's whatever. It just takes, you know, hours and hours and hours of effort. It's fine, don't worry about it. I thought I picked it up, but I did not. Okay, so now let's take our extra upgrade templates and put them away. And we can take our extra netherite. I'm up to 19 extra now. Yeah. And we should be able to just go to town with this. So let's organize it. Because organizing makes me feel good on the inside, okay? There we go. Look at that there. That's neat.
Look at that there.
Bass guitar and burritos. Welcome to the stream, good sir. How was your drive today? Don't know why he was losing his hearing. Just know he had when he last moved in with you before he died. Okay. That makes sense. All right, so then we're going to need... we have the colors that we're going to use. So we need the flow and the amethyst together. Yes? Das Vidanya, comrade? The flow and the amethyst. Here we go. Look at that. Ooh, purple with purple. Sweet. Okay. And then copper with bolt. Oh, this one actually looks really good. Look at that. Okay. You got her done with the drive? Good. Anything of note? Good, sir. Barley said, now wouldn't it be something to find out he played the viola, the fiddle, and the violin? Alright, so we got the flow first. Yes. Double confirm. Flow, 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 flow with amethyst. Sweet. You kind of can't see it, but you kind of can see it. I imagine that's going to look a lot better at night. Okay. Here we go. That certainly pops a lot more with diamond, doesn't it? Vinny says, I have a feeling he did. Yep. No, you did not. We're going to go through it after Mikey time. So you are good. All right, so then we needed 2 more maces. Two moss maces in order to put in there, right?
Mm-hmm. 2
I
moss
think.
maces.
Oh, I had them facing each other, right? There we go. All right. And where did we have the mace? He just had a hard time falling off feet. Yeah. Like the jerk back in the day. I think I know I put them somewhere. But where? Where did I put them?
Somewhere. It might
the
be over
rainbow?
the rainbow.
Did I put them way up high?
Where they believe we're sing.
Yeah, different. Yeah. I see that. It's funny how that works. You think that a musician would just have that innate ability to just have a solid beat. Nope. The jerk back in the day, Steve Martin. Yeah. All right, I don't have it in here. Did I put them with... Not there. What about with the elytra and the wings? I have 1 mace in there and 2 cores. There it is. That's what I had those cores for. All remember. All right, let's put the elytra up and this one down over here. We'll need the breeze rods for that, right?
Yep.
And this is going to be in our leftover extras, right? Yes! Haha! See, I knew it! There it is. I'm sure he could have easily picked up the cello. Cello? It's a bass.
It's a bass.
All right, so we got the 2 maces there. We'll need to go enhance those. Where is that? Yep. Keeping time like that is an ability people have because of a chemical they were born with. You know,
That's why I was born with drugs.
Wow. Wow. Strike, cut, print, check the tape. Strike that from the record. Yeah, I don't think it's a chemical. I think that's a skill that can be learned. I think there's definitely the talent portion of that people can be born with. But I know that it's a skill that can be learned. Because I've worked with people that there was one kid in the marching band this year that just had no sense of timing at all. And I was able to teach him. Oh man, that depth of field is looking really nice right now. Okay, come on. Get in the hole! Don't you want to go to your home? Base is the green sauce, that's right. It has to be both. It can't only be talent. That doesn't make sense. Like, I get that there was a study that showed that, but I would have a hard time believing that it is only something you can be born with and you can't be taught. Let's do it. We've got all the levels. This is why we have them. I don't like that, but we'll see. I really don't like that. Am I going to use this? No. But that's beside the point, okay? Let's go ahead and just not combine those together. Did you see that? I almost just lost it right there. There we go. That's a good one. That'll work. Okay. Let's put it back, and then we can go put those on display. You know, I look forward to seeing the video that explains that. To looking at that information. Let me just put it that way. Oh, the cat is stuck in my room? I thought he left.
Yeah, I
He's
got
sitting
him
at the
out.
door. He's sitting at the door caterwauling right now.
Oh.
Caterwauling. That's when they go, wow, and it's a cat, so that's why it's a cater.
Wow.
Whoa, what is going on here? Crazy human genomes. Crazy drunk driver. Cat, I will let you out in a moment. I have to get to a safe space, okay? Safe space.
Do you want me to go get him?
No, it's okay. I don't want to pull away from what you're trying to do right now. Don't listen to anything she says about me. What are you talking about? All right. Almost there. Come on now. Get mace 1 and mace 2. There we go. Give me a second. I'm going to let the cat out, guys. Who let the cat out of the bag? He wasn't sure if I was actually going to, like, get on him about being at the door or not. So he was like, are you actually letting me out and being nice to me? I can choose to be nice to cats from time to time. Okay. I'm not... That's really hard to see. Like, it blends well, but I don't know if I necessarily want it to blend, guys. Oh, I see. Got it. Okay, that was a Finding Nemo reference. Have you guys seen Flo? Yeah.
No. Nice.
Are you a piranha from the Amazon? Oh, man. I'm still getting used to how this camera on my phone works on here and trying to get used to looking at it instead of the other camera. It's a thing. Don't feel sad for my cat. He gets all the love from my whole family. He and I had a moment today where we sat down for just a few minutes and I was just petting him. Yeah, today.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just because I'm not a fan of cats doesn't mean I don't love Charlie. Charlie takes care of all the mice around here. It's great. When we first moved in, there was a brief mouse problem that we had, and he caught like all of them. Okay, look, I don't like the purple on there. Although I want to use it, I'm thinking maybe we should go with the other accent color, and that's diamond.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now does that mean... Okay, look. So it's actually what's on my helmet right now is that one. So let's just put it on there and see how it looks. Yep. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. For certain. All right. that's a bummer. That was a waste of diamonds, I think. Your mom was an amazing dancer. Yes, she was. All right, so now I don't remember if I have to apply another trim in order to change the trim color on this. I'm pretty certain I do, guys. I'm pretty certain we're going to need to spend another 28 diamonds in order to make this a thing. Okay, let's just take one.
Do you have enough diamonds?
I have 36 in my hand. So yes. Yep. Bummer. You know what? It happens. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your dad's brother played the drums in a band back in the day too? I didn't know that. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the rest of that armor. Okay, look. I forgot how this stuff works, okay? Nope. Let's take... one more. Come on, give me the chest. Give me... There it is. Thank you. Then we can give the mace back to him. Interacting with armor stands is not the easiest thing. Alright, so to make those, I need to have more of the breeze rods. Okay. Uncle Mike. Oh, okay. And the breeze rods are not there. That's where the amethyst is. Which is what I don't want. Okay. His band and your dad both cut records. I didn't know that. I'm learning all the things about my family right now. What is happening? It's on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Okay. Okay, so I used that flow, so I'll need to take another one in order to duplicate it. Okay. So here we are. So then, in order to make more, yes. And I need one more to put stuff back. Yes. Like that thing you do? Like a record? Okay, so I need 3 more. Yes. Okay, sweet. Good. So now we should be able to just throw this on here. Yeah. And down to 4 diamonds to my name, folks. 4. Okay. There we go. Now that pops a lot, and I think that goes very well. That is good. Now we need to put them in poses. Why do you have to be such a poser? Remember what that's from?
Black Widow.
Yep, that's right. Okay. Well, if we want to do any more of this, man, we're going to need, like, lots more diamonds, guys. 3 is not going to cut it. I know we've got a bunch more at the other base. There's like a stack of blocks there, and I might need to dip into our ultimate reserve funds. What do you mean you don't think so? Don't tell me that.
I think we used them all.
Lies. Lies.
I'm pretty sure, but not all the way.
Well, we can take a look-see to see how things kind of look right now. It's getting there. Okay. Let's go see if we have some more diamonds over there, or if we're going to have to do a mining expedition. Well, I think they had more than one fan. Now, me, on the other hand... All right, here we go. Working our way back again, second time. You know, I could probably unequip the shield, because I'm not off in the nether trying to go do stuff right now. You know, I'm kind of torn on whether or not I actually liked doing the TNT. It blows up such a small amount, and it takes so much time to go place stuff down. Yes, not our food coffee lady. I think Pete would say that. I think I would say that. Joey doesn't share his food.
I think the TNT is good for like getting everything, but the bed method is really good for just netherite.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe I haven't figured out like a really good way to do it yet, but like I placed down another 2 stacks of TNT and I got 20 ancient debris out of it. 20.
Oh.
That's it. Not very much. Where am I at? Hello, valuables. 39 blocks. I'm going to leave 1. Okay, we left 1. That's good. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's fine. Forget about it. We got our boat. Also, my dad's adopted dad / brother's blood dad played at the Grand Ole Opry back in the day, which was huge then, like getting on TV or breaking the top 40. Man, he was the one who taught my dad how to play the guitar. My dad sounded like 2 people playing at once. I wish I had been able to see that, Barley. That would have been amazing to see. What's really cool is that in my family, like I get music from both sides. So my dad's side of the family has a ton of musical talent as well, and my mom's side of the family has a ton of musical talent. So the perfect combination. Okay, almost there, guys. Yeah, I'm not that talented on the guitar. I can hold a tune, and I can do some fingerstyle stuff, but nothing like what you've explained that your dad did. Okay, so let's, you know, I think we have a little bit of time. Let's make another set. Okay, we'll set this down. Cake, you down with helping me out with making another round?
Yeah, of course.
I think that we need to actually add like an indent on the end of it too. We can take some stairs and do that. So then I gave birth to a Mozart. Yes, that is I. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was too much. All right, so this is the middle. Yes. Sweet. Nope, that's not the spot. That's not the spot. This one is. There we go. That will actually be indented the way that it needs to. Okay, so then in order to do this next set, we've got to take this one down. Whoop, not that one. Next one. How do we do that? That should just be a regular quartz block, I think. It's all right, you know. That was like the second set we ever built, so of course we're going to want to change it. Oop, that was on the very edge. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was on the very, very tip-top edge. My memories, my mom's dad wrote hymns in the Lutheran church hymnals.
Talking with your team can be awkward.
Where he was from in Wisconsin, if memory serves, and the stories were true. He was an amazing vocalist. Wow. Listen, Linda, listen. My place is looking good, huh? Well, thank you, sir. I do appreciate it, Mr. Matt. How is life in the land of the sick? Hopefully you're feeling a little better, good sir. Then this one needs to be a full block, and then this one needs to be a stair. And then we get our music back. My dad was an amazing vocalist as well. Well, I know where you got it from then. That's pretty awesome. There we go. Nice. All right, so I think this is where I'm going to potentially redesign it a little bit. Cake.
Oh? What you thinking?
Well, I don't... Like, I like how this is set up here. But I don't like this. This feels... It's nice, but it feels pretty cluttered.
Ah, okay.
So let's do this whole thing. Okay. Not enough of those. Are you making more stairs right now?
Yep, just got some more.
May I has them? Yeah, you got it, Vinny. That's exactly who she's talking about.
Oh?
So then we need the spruce. Did you already get the half slabs? Yeah, you did. Good.
Yep.
Very good. Is that like what we did over here? Did I just do that? You know, I did a little extra indent there. You know, that could be the difference, is that this one is just going to be a double. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then how is this going to work over here? Where is this going to go? Where'd you go? Right? Nope, not that one. There we go. Maybe?
So
He had a beautiful lilt to his voice, and it was low and clear. Neat.
Okay.
You know, I think I need to go check out how the other one was built. This one here had this pillar that went all the way out to the corner. Okay. This one had an indent there. I'm thinking maybe we need to do something else here.
Oh?
Yep,
Did you just...
that's what we need. Let's go get some birch. No, you know, Arthur, I heard, is a really mean dude. Birch. Birch, birch, birch. There we go. Birch. Birch. Arbor. There we go. That's where it is. Ow! What was that? Was that you?
Trident? No. Drowned.
Okay, look, listen, Linda. You're mean. Okay. Oh no! I broke that birch. Can you put down that birch that I just dropped down in there, Mister? Mister,
Yes.
I love my father, and I'm gonna do this very nice and gentle thing for him.
Where is the birch?
It done fell
the
down.
birch. I see the birch. My birch.
There we go. Yeah, that's gonna have to work. It's gonna be a little odd, but you know, we can mess with it. The land of it blows more like it. Okay, what? Being sick is for the birds? Okay. Okay, so how is this gonna work? Like this? Maybe? Trying to plot this out, guys, and I'm struggling. The struggle is real. Okay. No, you don't need any glass there. Go ahead and take this out.
No? Okay.
Yeah, remember you've got the fence post sets go here. Remember?
No?
Yes. Look. Come over here and look. Look. You see? Do you see?
But wouldn't the fence post go in the middle?
Nope.
No?
Nope. You'll see. It's okay. I'm gonna show something to do. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, we need to expand this out and have it go back just a little bit. Okay, yep, I can do that. Cake, would you sleep?
Yep.
There we go. And then we'll need another full block in order to get that. So I watched Back to the Future Part 2 today with your third child, Maestro. He loved it. He was so excited, jumping around in anticipation. Yes, that's my boy. Way to go, son. All right, let's... What am I doing here? That is not what I meant to do. Look, listen, Linda. I don't... This might be a thing. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. Maybe. Huzzah. Okay, we just need the other half slabs in order to finish that off. In anticipation of what would happen next with Griff, and when Biff was trying to kill Marty in the tunnel, he is your mini-me. You are my biggest fan. Do you have the half slabs, Cake?
Yep.
Can you go ahead and top the stuff off here?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You see that? I glitched right into it. It's perfect. How is this gonna work? Maybe it needs to come forward one more, like you were thinking, Cake? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I'm thinking here. But that one was just kind of this weird little indent thing, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna go with. We'll see. Okay, yeah. Did I not make it wide enough? Because this one was supposed to be... This is proving to be a little bit more difficult than anticipated. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so this one, these two over here were 4 wide in order to have them 2 by 2 with an extra spot around it. And it would have been if it wasn't for that dang pillar too. Okay. Got it. So then that pillar just needs to go completely. Okay. You got that glass?
Yep.
Go get the sea lanterns here. I told him the second was your favorite, Maestro, and the third was Base's favorite, so he can watch the third one with you, Base. Aw. It's like this whole thing needs to kind of go forward a little bit, but it's not really going to go all the way forward like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's come forward 2 blocks with it, I think, so we can have a little bit of glass. So it goes forward just a little ways.
Talk about you, too smart. Come.
Okay, so then I can actually put stairs here. This will actually work, I think. It's just not going to have like a defined corner like it potentially could have. All right. Yes. Yes. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll see how it looks once we kind of finish it and step away. Then we'll need the end rods. Okay. All right. So then we'll put the 2 blocks up there. We'll get our end rods in place. I'm not 100% certain.
Who did that?
I don't know. It's so weird. Coffee Lady said, "Who needs Austin Powers when you've got your own mini-me?" Expecting someone else. Okay, so then we'll need the signs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the signs and the item frames. I didn't look to see what was next. I should have. Let's get the signs. And what's those first 2? We've got Wayfinder and then Host. Wayfinder and then Host. Okay. Wayfinder. That's interesting. Why did you go on that side? Wayfinder. And then Host. Okay. Can you go get the light gray and then the glow ink from the chest over there and splash it on there, sir?
Yeah.
Wayfinder and Host. Wayfinder and Host. Throw some purple in there and white will set it off, I think, maybe. You're talking like for the trims? The Waymaker. It's the Fresh Maker. Wayfinder and Host. And then we'll need the item frames. Were those in here? Nope. Were they in here? Yep. Okay. Get the amount of frames up. Boom, boom. We got Wayfinder and Host. Wayfinder and Host. I didn't quite get that right. I need the fence posts still. Oops. Oops. I just learned what lilting is right now. Nice. Okay, so then I need regular quartz there, and then... No. It's going to be the quartz pillar, and then the stairs. I don't know. Thoughts, Cake?
It feels like it should have 2 more over here and extend more out, but
Well, you know, when I go to the next set, it's going to have those next 2. It's just by itself right now. I don't know. I'm not loving it. I'll have to think about it. I don't know. Let's go and get everything else up though. So we've got 2 armor stands that we can go to town with. We'll need to take these and duplicate them, which will take some diamantes. All right, so let's go ahead and set this down then. Let's get our stands on there. Yes. You know what we're gonna need is some more brushes. You remember the ones that float in the middle of the air? Because reasons? Yeah, those.
because
We'll need 4 more in total, I think. I think.
you think.
I think. Yeah, let's do this. So we need to make 2 more of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go put 1 back and have the leftovers. Yes. There we go. Das ist so gut, ja. Let's put diamonds away. So on these guys, we put gold. You know, maybe one of them, I think maybe Matt had a good idea. You can use quartz as a trim color, so you can make it white. You can also use iron as kind of like an off-white. My dad's Barley says, my dad's Lil was like the guy who sang that song in the 70s called You Are the One. Is that the one where it's like, you're still the one? That one? You're the one? That one? Is that what you're talking about, Barley? Sorry, You Are the Woman I Have Always Dreamed of by Fireball. Okay. Okay. We can put things away now. Get the extra birch put away. Oh, and the slab. There we go. Alright, so then we need the armor to do all the things. We'll need 1 set of leggings from here, because we had all of the extras. Sweet. Okay. So I think I'm just going to stick with gold on these, so it kind of tries to match that. I want to try to keep it similar to the other side as much as I can, except for when it just doesn't look good, like when we had the purple that was on there, and it really just didn't go. But we chose the diamond color because it matches the rest of the flow trim. Right, Cake? Why did I come over here? I came over here for a reason.
Quartz.
No, gold.
Gold.
Because I love gold! I'll need 8 of those in order to make this work. There we go. Okay, now we're on it. Oh, isn't that sweet coffee? That's awesome. Alright, let's get things ready here. It's weird, you've got this weird glitch that's on here where it looks like these already have trims on there and none of them actually do. It's just glitching hard because reasons. Alright, let's do it. So we got the host armor first that we're doing. Oh, I forgot to put something in this place. And then the wayfinder. Something in its place, please. There it is. That works. Whatever. I'll move it. And then we need to put netherite on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. We're getting there, guys. All right. Gotta click quick. Click quick. So we got all the holes on top and then all the wayfinder on bottom. Perfect. Put the leftover gold away. Okay, so we want... Is it wayfinder that needs to be first? Wayfinder from the right? So wayfinder from the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking at it, it is wayfinder. There we go. And you got the brushes all enhanced and everything?
Oh, I need to go make those.
Do you have levels?
Yeah. A lot.
Okay, good. Alright, let's go ahead and get them ready for this. Yeah, I think that'll work for once we get that in there. Yeah, it pops a lot more than on this one. Like, I really like how this kind of blends with it, with the orange highlights that are in there a little tiny bit with the gold. This one, it just looks a lot darker. Because it's, you know, you got the dark netherite that's in there.
Listen to my voice talking to you about
Huh. What do you know? What do you know? His voice was lower than that in that song that you posted, but not disturbingly low or anything. It was beautiful. Hey, I don't know if a low voice can be disturbingly low, okay? Low is good. Yeah, one day we will. We'll see him. Did not hear any lilting in that song. Plenty of vibrato, though. Sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and break this. Put things back in our inventory here. Okay. You know, with the stuff there, it feels a lot fuller. Except, like, it needs to have maybe a ladder there. Or a stair, I mean. Yeah? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sold on it. We'll see.
Huh.
That would mean that it would need to have, like, the stuff coming down from there. Nope. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. There we go. We're making progress now. Here, look. Let's go off to our staging point and we can go take a look-see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to look better when we get the next section in there. When your mom was younger, she sounded a lot like Brenda Lee. She would sing Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree just like her. Okay. Okay. It's getting there, guys. We're getting there. I don't know about that indent that's over there. Like, maybe that needs to be a light source instead. What if I replace that with something else that could be a light source? I don't know. Yep. Floating in the air now. There it is.
As it should be.
As you do. As you do. Okay. Put the stuff away. Alright, so not 100% sold on the back there. It's like it's just a little bit too much, like it needs to be indented further. But age and smoking hurt things with your mom's voice. Yeah, she definitely, her voice, from what I understand, was dropped almost a full octave from smoking. So don't do that. Don't smoke. That's bad. Don't do it. Don't. Just don't. Don't smoke. Don't do it. There's your Daily PSA from Dark Maestro himself. Okay. Yep, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so we got 2 whole netherite sets up. That's pretty awesome. It took a good hefty chunk of diamonds though so far. It was neat. You know, the one good thing about not using beds in the nether is that not everything is on fire, but it has a negative too, because when you're in the Crimson Forests where all those piglins spawn, when you have the fires in there, they just burn, so you never have to deal with them. But instead, they just like fly, they just literally run up to you as fast as they can, just starts whacking away with their gold swords and stuff.
Wait, not only do they burn, but they don't spawn.
That's not true, they do spawn.
They do?
Yeah, they do. If they're in a Crimson Forest biome, they'll still spawn. It's just they spawn in a group, and then there's tons of flames, so like they'll spread out as soon as one of them moves, and then they all burn.
Oh, I thought they reacted to like normal mobs.
Zombie piglins do. And they need a light level of, I think, 11 or higher not to spawn, which is why it's so hard to get them to not spawn in the nether.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is getting there, guys. I think I still need to have a light sources like over here, but okay. That looks pretty good in the daytime. I wish the resin would actually be able to be used on this. It would make it like a really, like a poppy orange. You know? Like think, don't you want a Fanta? Instead of subdued orange. Like carrot juice.
Don't you want a Fanta?
Don't you want a Fanta? Okay. Yep, I think that's looking pretty good. Yep, definitely. Definitely. So maybe we'll keep playing with that design on the right side there. We also need to decide, like, are we going to leave a pathway to get into this? Or is that entrance only going to be, like, up in here? I don't know. I don't know. A lilt is a gentle and pleasant rising and falling sound in a person's voice. So a lilt is like a grace note. You know what a grace note is? So it's where you have the main note, and then there's a note that's a little lower, a little higher, right before it. So instead of just going ba, it's ah. That's that little lilt that's in there.
Da.
So it's not quite a vibrato. The vibrato is just, you know, where it's constantly going up and down there. But the lilt is the definite change of a note. And it's not easy, you know, for most singers to get that. It's a skill that has to be developed. So when your dad would travel from word to word in a song, there was a gentle rising and falling connecting words to each other. It was very signature, like the guy singing in that song from Firefall. Okay, I'll have to watch it after the stream, because I cannot put that stuff on stream. It will get a copyright, a strike, and that is no bueno. Alrighty, well, this is pretty good timing, guys. It is 7:30. Yep. You guys know what time? You know what that means? Do you know what this means? Okay. We'll finish repairing all of our gear here. I had to reset the all the tridents in here again after last stream. There we go. Fully repaired. Here we go. Very nice. I tried to get examples of what lilting sounds like, and they were using it in replacement of instruments for iris jigging. Iris jigging. I see. Okay. All right, guys, it's time. It is time for Mikey to come on up here and have a good time. Let's go, Mikey. Come on, bud. Hey, buddy. Oh, I smell all the goodness. I think my wife might be making some dinner downstairs, and it smells heavenly. It smells heavenly. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you doing, Mikey? Come here. This guy. I traumatized him just a little bit today. So I trimmed all of his fur on his paws so that you can see it's not like sticking out everywhere so far, and I did all 4 of them. Poor guy, he was terrified of the trimmer I was using. I mean, he wasn't quite as terrified as like when using a blow dryer to dry him off after a bath. But he was still like visibly distraught. Did not like it. What's up, dude? Come here. Let's come a little closer. Sit. Sit. Sit down. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that kiss. Oh, Mikey, I love you so much, buddy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you are. You look a lot better on this camera than you did on the other one, that's for sure. Look at this guy. Oh, he loves it when you scratch his head. Just right there. He kind of leans into it when you do that. Yep. You can see him like closing his eyes. Yep. Hi, buddy. How you doing today, huh? Cake take you outside so you can go have some fun while he was watering some plants today? Yeah. So he ran to go over to the neighbor's house a couple of times to go mess with the horses. And it was like right at the worst times when Coffee Lady's trying to go do something, and he lets him out and he just bolted. Because I think he knew there were horses a ways away. So when I get home, like I'm loving on and I smell, and it smells like horse dung again. Like, guy, stop rolling around in the horse dung over next to the horses over there. But they're my buddies. I don't like the horses. I used to go bark at them. Now I just like go up to them. They're my friends now. Okay, guy. You can only do that when you have permission, not whenever you feel like it. All right, Mikey? Okay, good. Oh, yeah, your dogs never like it either? Yeah, well, you know, so if at some point I'm going to have to, like, start trimming some of the things. Like, he had these, like, wings that were here right on the side of him that were sticking out, like, an extra 4 inches from everything else. So I trimmed those, too. But he was not a fan of that. Nope. Last week I trimmed his nails, too, in order to make so that anytime he tries to, you know, hug you or something like that after you invite him up, that he doesn't puncture your clothes. Because, you know, sometimes he just gets those jagged edges on his claws and they rip things. Actually, my black leather jacket that I have, he totally ripped up the arm on it, like right here, just sliced it right open when he was just trying to. I invited him up, and then his paw slipped a little bit. Hey, get up, Mikey. Not done. We got to show you off, man. That's right. That's right, buddy. Yeah, look at that camera. No, look here. See here? Yeah, right there, buddy. All right, guys, let's go through this, huh? So Mikey is my best friend. He is my confidant. Right there with me. He never talks back to me. Funny how that works, right? Now, he's my wingman for sure. When I was on vacation, he went with me everywhere, and I as much as I could. I know there's some places you can't take dogs, so I didn't take him there. But he went with me everywhere I went. It was great. And he was just so excited to be with me the whole time. We should feed him hot dogs on stream. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where are you going? Over here, buddy. Over here. Come here. What are you trying to do? You trying to like shake or something? Let me kind of angle this down just a little bit more so you guys can see what's going on over here. Kind of a little bit. Yeah. The light really makes your fur glow, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yep. So, dogs are definitely a huge source of joy. There's this guy, Johnny, that's on Facebook that makes videos about how dogs would act if they could talk. And it's absolutely hilarious. And he just totally nails it. But dogs are short-lived. You know, it's a temporary source of joy. And you can get another one, but the one that you have, that hole never gets filled. You just all of a sudden create a new pocket for a new dog that you love just as much, but in a different way. So you still feel that sense of loss, though. It never goes away. The last 2 dogs that I had, especially the last dog that I had, I'll never forget him. His name was Caleb, and he was my buddy when I was growing up. We got him when I was, I think, 12, 13, something like that, and he was only 5 weeks old. So I grew up with him, and he was my buddy. And we put him down, I think it was 13 years ago, and it still hurts. It still hurts. So the great thing about God is that he will never leave you like that. You'll never have to say goodbye to him. Because once you invite him into your life, he is there with you forever. Forever. So it's more like I'm his wingman instead of he's my wingman, because he's actually the mainstay. He's the main one that was there forever. From time immemorial, before time existed, he was there. So choose him. Choose Jesus Christ. He is the one that came to this earth and decided to take on a human form in order to live a perfectly sinless life, and then died and was resurrected to create that pathway for us to be saved. And not from our own works. The whole point of him coming and dying and coming back to life is because we can't do it. No matter how much we try to do it. I saw a post on Facebook today from one of my old co-workers from Chili's back in the day. And she was saying that you have to follow the law, that you can do it. And she started listing off all the things that are bad. And you can choose to do all these things. Well, yeah. But the whole point is that it's not something that once you get saved, it shouldn't be something you should try to do. It becomes who you are. By spending time in the Word with him, praying with him, and just being silent in the presence of the Lord sometimes, you get to learn who he is. And he will put himself inside of you. So it becomes easier and easier and easier as time goes by to do the right thing. But there will never come a point where you're going to be perfect here on earth, because we have corrupted bodies. The flesh is what's the problem. So although he regenerates our spirit and brings that back to life, so we're no longer dead, we no longer have hearts of stone that are just dead, we have hearts of flesh that are alive, the body is still corrupted. So that doesn't get changed until the end, until we get raptured and transfigured, like how Jesus was transfigured on the mount in front of Peter, James, and John. The same thing will happen to us, where we'll take on our incorruptible form afterwards. But that is not now. So that means that we're constantly battling against it. Constantly. So if you make mistakes, if you slip up every now and then and you're a Christian, it happens. And it sucks, because there's temptation all around us, and sometimes you don't even know you're sinning. So you just have to understand that you just need to repent from it, and then God will show you how the pathway out, and you'll keep putting those fingers on those things. But there's never going to come a point where you're perfect, and it's an unreasonable standard. I've seen several people fall away and just completely turn from Christ because they feel like they have to be perfect. Well, I owe it to him. He did these things for me. I've got to be perfect. I keep failing. It's not possible. Well, yeah, you're right. It's not possible to be perfect. It still isn't possible. It's not possible while you're still in this corruptible form. Oh, Barley's going to drop us a knowledge bomb right now. While she's typing that out, Mountain Dew, you are the source of joy for many, and the source of joy for me. And I've been loving you for 40 years. Come be the spark that ignites the beacon. Come support me. Join us. Join the Army of Light, Mountain Dew. You know you want to. You know you want to. It's so good. It's so good. A little bit of orange juice, a little bit of citric acid, a little bit of high fructose corn syrup, or sugar if you're using a throwback. Oh yes, that's the good stuff right there. It's really good. You could be part of something big in the early stages, Mountain Dew, I'm telling you. Yeah, Vinny, you're right. We did owe it to him on the until he died for us on the cross. And remember, Paul said that if we try to then continually maintaining our salvation through our good works, we're trampling on the cross. Trampling. We're basically saying it was worthless. Peter Trimmy, using your second account there. Love it. You made it on time. Yeah, you did. Sweet. Okay, Barley, what do you write? Let me read this out. Okay. I'm not sure what chapter and verse this is, but this... Okay, so she says, and this is a quote, "To some who were confident of their own righteousness and looked down on everyone else, Jesus told this parable. 2 men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, 'God, I thank you that I am not like these other people, robbers, evildoers, and adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week and give 1/10 of all I get.' But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up to heaven, but beat his chest and said, 'God, have mercy on me, a sinner.' I tell you that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Luke chapter 18, verse 9 through 14. Good stuff. It's good stuff. Yep. Should never do that comparison game there. Because if you were living their life, you would be in the same position. No bueno. Not for us to cast that kind of judgment. Not that kind of judgment. Specifically that kind. Okay. We are going to get some things ready here, folks. Let me go ahead and pause the music. All right. So review time. Not meme review. Nope. Marching band review. All right. So Mr. Peter Tribby in the chat here, he made a video chronicling what Western Thunder Marching Band did at state, at the marching competition that was there. So I've got this all queued up and ready to go, so we can watch it. Now, if you get a if you see that there's a copyright thing that's coming up, Peter, if you could just make sure that you don't push that, because if I'm going to show this on stream, I'm sure that YouTube's going to flag something here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get things ready. All right, you guys ready for this? The viewing party? Oh yeah. I need to actually turn off the sound on this real quick. Okay. All right, so this is on Peter Tribby's YouTube channel. All right, and he's been making a foray into video editing over the last couple years. So this is his video from Marching State last week. And here we go. I haven't actually watched it all the way through. So this shows everything that they did. Now the band, they marched part of their show. They parked and barked a lot of it, but then they played a lot of their school spirit songs, and it's just really cool. So some of the things I want you guys to watch for on here is the excitement that's generated from all the students that are there, and how the students that are from UW that are down on the field there actually get into it too, all at the same time. It's definitely a strong feedback loop, and it is amazing. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you like the video, like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to Dark Maestro and become part of the Army of Light, and then make sure you ding the bell so you get all those notifications of anything that I'm putting up. Want to make sure you guys are in the fold as much as possible here. All right, here we go. Now entering the field, Western Thunder Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Dr. Joe Carver, please welcome to the field drum majors from Conifer High School, Jordan Pichon. From Laramie High School, Cody Dooley. From
So look,
Kelly
all the students
Walsh
standing
High
up in the background at
School,
attention.
Leah Rose, as they lead on the proud members of the 2025 Western
I'm right up here, by the way.
Marching Band.
Now look at them doing their flare stuff. Each section has their own thing that they do. But look at the size of this band. There's like 250 people. "10 snares. Looks like 12 cymbal players. 5 tenors. And there's 6 bass drums. Or is that 7? No, look, it's like they're holding spears. It's neat. Is that good volume, or do I need to turn it up more, guys? High stepping, yeah. Flare going on up here. Those sousaphones doing the full turnaround. Yep. Turn it up. Okay. Look at the dancing. So great. You hear that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a little like circle thing that's going on there. The Cowboy Joe dance, yep. So, how you enter the field, I think, is just as important as your show itself. It sets the tone. It totally sets the tone. You hear all the kids cheering in the background? That's all the students back there, just freaking out. Here, all clapping.
Gotta love that box drum.
See those cymbal players? They're like putting their hands up and smacking it from the outside to the next person. Listen to this. Oh, so good. You can hear the people singing in the background because they know the song. Yeah. Jeeves is going to be over in this section over here. You see this band over here? They're all... So that's East High School right here. This is South High School. Wow, they all tossed it. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so now this is the point where the whole band turns to face the students instead of the parents that are over there. Like, this is a really big deal. I remember the first time I saw them do this and being there, every student went wild. Every student went wild.
Now, Western Thunder takes you into the heart of heavy metal. With the power, the energy, and the thunder, we bring you the music of Metallica.
Yep, I love the tuba hots too. Listen to the crack of the snares that are there. They're so good. Man, those mellophones in the background are just hitting that extra note so good. Man, so good. Look at the sections all bouncing to the music. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. That crack that's on there is called a rim shot. Seriously, so like to band kids, this is like a concert. Like for people who would actually get their joy out of watching Metallica live, that's how these bands all feel when they're watching UW play here. It's like they're actually watching Metallica. Ooh. That's so precise. Man, so good. It's a lot better in here than it is outside in their stadium because you get the sound that actually stays in. It's so good. Now look, the whole thing's turning again. The whole rotation. Now, some of these guys are really getting into it too. These two guys over here. So this is a chant for UW. This is what they do at every game. Look at these guys literally dancing over here. They're all doing it. Every single student there.
Now, on your feet, Cowboy fans, for Cowboy Joe.
The school fight song. That's what this is. Everybody's clapping. Everybody. The leans. They're all, look at all of them, just, it's so great. These ones are actually going at it every single time. That sax player here is going to town. Ha! That's good. Yeah. Do 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 1 2 boom. Yeah, that little head tip there. Look at these guys dancing over here. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Barley, all the way. You like the dancing more? Yeah, I think they enjoy it more too.
Finish off tonight's performance, we turn to one of Wyoming's modern musical storytellers, Ian Munson. We invite you to sing along to Prairie Lament.
I don't know this song, but this was really beautiful. See the kids swaying in the background there, all of them. This is Kelly Walsh up there. They're the guys, they're the team that won. I did too, Barley. It was really good singing. Ooh. Yep. Yep, that was so okay. When you were there, the bassiness of everything was just completely amplified. It was absolutely freaking incredible. All the bass drums, even though they're like in the very middle of there, and I'm sitting up here, like, excuse me, I could feel every thump that was on there. The cracks that were from the snares just hitting on those rim shots. The mellophones, whenever they're blasting that ninth or that third harmony note that's on there, gosh, it was just so absolutely incredible. And it's amazing. It's amazing every year, guys. I mean, Cake, what do you have to say about all that? Because
it is just amazing being there. The best
yeah,
thing
it is.
in my marching band ever.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
One of the highlights of each year.
That's his channel right here, guys. That's his channel right there. All right. So I downloaded their show so we could actually critique it for the Metallica show.
Ooh.
Now, this is actually from about 3 weeks ago or so. And it was during the band performance. Sorry, what was it? The band day? Where I think it was band day, or was it the Troopers Invitational? I can't remember which one. I think it was actually the Troopers
EW Band
Invitational.
Day. Or is it wait, no, never mind. So
this one it's a little closer to the field, so you can't quite see the formations as well, but you saw when they were on there. And I'll kind of go back and reference the YouTube video that Pete put up there too. so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. But still, you'll be able to see this. And so this was also 3 weeks before. They weren't quite as polished, but they were still absolutely amazing. So we'll go through it. This one's only 13 minutes long, but this way you can see actually how the formations of the show and what they're really going for. And I'll pause it and I'll talk about it kind of like what we talked about before. Cake, if there's anything that you want to highlight, please say it. Say it, good sir. Say it.
Sir.
Yeah. So also when we were at State there and the UW marching band came up, that's when like the band director for Central really kind of takes the shackles off of all the students, and he says, you guys can go to town, do whatever you want, clap, sway, put your phone light up because it's a really beautiful song, or do the ooh ah thing where they're leaning forward and back, and just go to town. But he doesn't allow it for any of the others, for any of the other bands. So in between each of the performances, there's a good 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the length of the performance that's there. And you'll have all of the students that are in the sections back there that will be shouting out just cheers. Like if they wear red, they'll go Big Red, and then someone will chant, Cake, this is you.
Go Big Red.
And if they're wearing blue, then they'll call back, go Big Blue, go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
Yeah, that was my color when I was in high school. Or they'll do these chants. Like that one point, almost the entire the student section had the entire audience going back and forth with this party chant. It was like P A R D. How does it go? P A R D Y.
Party all the time. Where is the party? The party is over here.
And so then you point over to where you want them to call it back, and it's supposed to just amplify it. And they had the parent side and the student side just completely going for it. It was absolutely amazing. And well, I think this band director might take some convincing to do. He thinks that he's what did he say? That he was trying to embody what his band director instilled in him back in the day, and that was it's just like we're here to be professional about things. We're a professional band. Like, no, you're a high schooler. Are you kidding me? You're doing marching band, and it's a massive, huge event. Go have fun. And it's like being at a football team and not having a good time while you're at a football game, and it's a college game because they're not. They're professionals. Like, come on. I just firmly disagree with that stance, and it's going to take some convincing, but I'll get there. I'll get there, guys. All right, so let's do this, okay? Let's go ahead and go through this, and I'll pause it and show things. So remember, step one is literally step one. When you're getting onto the field and you're presenting yourself as a band, you start your cadence back behind and you bring it on all the way out. And the really good bands will have a cadence when they're coming out, unless like their show starts with like some ambient sound and music that's in the background there. But for the most part, they'll always have the cadence that they're doing. It sets the tone. So how you march onto the field is incredibly important because it tells the audience what to expect. Notice how they didn't start cheering right away. It was once the band started waving their instruments back and forth and flashing the stuff that everyone started cheering. So watch the feet of the color guard. They're the first ones on there. Notice how no one is off step. Everyone's right foot is cocked here and ready to go. And the left foot is completely straight because they've finished their flow through motion. Same thing for the drum majors. And this front line that's here, it's setting the tone. This is neat. Now look, still, let me see if I can actually get it where they step. Now look at this. So this is college level. So you've got 18 to 25-year-olds or whatever, if they started school late or whatever, that are in here. And look at these kids. Like almost every single person's leg is in the same position. This one's a little off. This one's a little off there. This one guy hasn't quite stepped yet, but the rest of them all have. But for the most part, like it's less than 1% error rate is what it looks like. Base, and you think that I should have a channel solely dedicated to critiquing bands and competitions of them? Wouldn't that be something? So like they're marching in unison all the way out, and then they're also doing all their horn flashes, all their horns up right now, because they're in the middle of their presentation of we're coming onto the field. This is a big deal. Get ready, guys. This is awesome. This band is. When I was in Oregon, I watched several universities march out onto the field and do stuff. It is nothing like this. Like University of Oregon and OSU are Oregon State are amazing bands, but their entrance is nothing like this at all. And there's not as much hype. Whole sections they're doing it. The trombones in the front, every single one of them doing the horn flash. But those three there are off for some reason. Okay, now listen to this. This is a drumline special. So you can hear all the bass drums going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But it's actually 7 of the bass drums, and they're alternating all the way down going through. Think of like a really big drum kit that has 7 toms, and that's basically what's happening here. Then you get the cymbal players that are doing this thing where they're alternating and they're putting their crash together and they're sliding forward and then reclasping it. And then they're alternating every person next to them. So you get the sound of it going every single time, but also you get the flash of it alternating. So it's part of that presentation piece as well. Not only is it crisp, but it's visually appealing. It's like the Michael Jackson kick that's there. And they're all doing it too. Every single one of them. And those sousaphones are not light. So like they're going for it. When they finish this stuff, they are sweating. So this is like their, not school song, but this is their, what do we call that? Okay, so in Central, they call it Scotty's, and they made their own. None of the other schools have their own cadence. That's what it's called, drum cadence. This is the one that they do as like they're coming out onto the field. So Central, actually, one of the good things they did is they created their own. And that can showcase the different sides of the drum line. That's a little different than what UW does. But it's the same thing where like they've got that hype up moment on there, and they're all doing that ooh ah kind of thing. But this one's definitely way so much more. And it's just not quite perfect, but it's up there. So remember, they had another month to polish this after that point. But you're listening to the bass drum. There's one of those middle bass drums that's a little off when he's doing that. But when the rest of the drum line comes in, you hear them tighten it up. So let's listen to that again. that's it for the intro. That was 4 minutes of them walking onto the field and getting everyone ready. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of nothing but, there's not even their show. It's their drum cadence. That's how you hype up a crowd as a marching band. Like, that's incredible. They don't even have a pit section. Like, they don't have anything they're wheeling out. There's no marimbas. There's no vibraphones. There's no bass guitars, no electronics. I talked to the director. This is Schlomer right here, if I remember right. The guy that's standing on the sideline here. And he's the director of bands there. Not the head honcho, but he's the second head honcho. And I asked him, why don't you have anyone on the pit? He goes, dude, in Laramie, it's just football season is going on, and half the time it's a blizzard. So we can't have that stuff out there. So we just made the decision to go with more drumline and more instruments instead of the pit. So that's a bummer, because I would really like to see what they would have been like at a professional level, with all the vibraphones and the marimbas and the bass drum and everything else that's going on there. That's something that the Oregon universities do, because they can. So now they're getting ready to do their show.
Today, the Western Thunder Marching Band takes you into the heart of heavy metal. With the power, the energy.
So now this part here, there's a lot of debate over this, and Cake, you've probably heard Brown talk about this. What do you do when you're setting up your first set for the show? What do you do? Do you saunter? Do you do the strut kind of thing because you're owning the field? It's like, I got this, whatever. Or do you do a cadence? Or do you just do a tap, dot, dot, digga-got, and then you just all march? I'm of the opinion you should do a cadence. Like that last little bit where they're all standing there, like the last 30 seconds of the cadence, they could have all marched into the positions and finished it and ended off with that crack. And then they're ready to go. I think that would have been absolutely amazing. But it's hard to execute that. It's much easier to set up your first position when you got nothing else going on. So I get the play there, but if it were to be perfect, that's what I would go for.
And the thunder. We bring you the music.
Also partially dependent on the show. Like last year for Central, we did boy bands, so we cool guy walked onto the field once we hit the back hash.
Yeah, well, we also had.
We're owning the field.
You remember what we had going on in the background?
A tap, I think.
No, nothing. Well, we had the electronics getting the sound of a crowd going in the background there, like you're at a concert. So it's like you're strutting out on stage because of that that's going on. That's pretty cool. But when it's doing this kind of performance and you're not doing like a concert, so to speak, I think that the cadence would really do it for them.
Yeah.
So you see this line that goes diagonal.
Yeah.
So you see the really tall one in the back?
The very first back.
So they're getting ready. So these are the Thunderbolts that are on the side for Metallica here.
Okay.
And this is a big bell that's in the center.
Yeah.
So the first song they're going to do is For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh, okay. That's him? Okay. Okay.
All right. So this is the very beginning of the show. So they're all standing pretty close to attention, but they're not quite perfect. Like this guy's got his trumpet kind of askew off to the side. This one's got his askew off to the side. The lines aren't quite perfectly straight on there, but they're close. They're pretty close. The bell, when you're looking at an overhead view, actually looks very good.
The bells are ringing. The road is calling.
That's
Behold,
a very straight line.
for
Look
whom
at that.
the bell tolls, and wherever I may roam.
Okay, so one of the things I don't like about what this band does is when they're directing, they just do the standard bam. Okay, let me kind of come over here so you guys can see it. So they start down, they bounce in, they bounce out, and then they bounce up, and they bounce. So it's just constantly. And it's basic. Like it is entry level stuff. Like I've seen 10th graders direct better than that. So given, they've got a band of 250, so there has to be a very clear downbeat, very clear up on 4 to come back down to the 1, so they know what they're doing. But you can still have personality in that, and I think that's the very first thing that I noticed when I saw the band. Was like, well, that's very mechanical. There's no feeling in the way that they're directing. So they start this off with a bang, and you can see them all watch all their legs. Every single one of them, they pivot, and then their left foot takes this first step, and it's solid.
And wherever I may roam.
That was such a good note. Did you hear that? That wah right there. Oh, that's what the French horn or the mellophone is known for. Shostakovich is one of the biggest composers out there that just nailed that line every single time he wrote a song. And anytime I hear that, it just gives me goosebumps all the way down. Those mellophones. Oh, they just nailed it. Completely nailed that. Listen to that again. That whoop. Okay, so this, you can see this is not very polished. You can see there's a lot of people that are trying to step off. These guys haven't done anything yet at all. And again, their legs aren't all synced up here. So even at a college level, you know, when you got a really good band where they really try their hardest, and some of them, like Jeef, they're paid to go there. Jeef has a full ride scholarship this year to go to this school in order to do this. And they were practicing 8 hours a day to try to get this all the way solid, if not more. And even still, you get mistakes. They're just not quite 100% there. So watch when they step off. It's like a blip as they're going. Bump. They corrected it. It's good. So the drill that's on here is like this puppeteer that's going on. So you've got these arms with the strings that are going back and forth, and all they're doing is just marching forward and then marching back and marching forward and marching back. It's really basic and simple, but it makes it look like the arms are actually moving that are on there, which is a pretty cool effect when you're up high enough in order to see it. But so with the simple drill like that, where it's just literally hitting the same mark 8 times going back and forth, this should be absolutely perfect. Because you're not doing anything complex. You're not having to remake new lines over and over again and hit your mark that first time. So what I'm looking for on here is, are their feet together? Are they spread apart like this one is here when they're not supposed to be? If they're doing any flashes where they're putting the horns up and down, or doing the little side to side, is it perfectly in unison? Which is what Central is really focusing on, because they did pretty simple drill too, in order to do those flashes, and they started really leaning into it. So although UW really does that on their pre-show, when they're marching out on the field and they do all that, when they're out here, they didn't have that. This mom here is all the way into the music, 100% of the way, and I just love it. There it is. There they are. Now look at this. Some of them are doing it a lot more. Like this guy here is coming all the way down and up. Like he's way going for it. And then the ones that are surrounding him aren't quite going for it with that much gusto. See the difference? So there is such a thing as too much, but it's only when the others aren't doing it too. Does that make sense? So like ideally, you'd want everyone to be going all the way on that up, way down kind of a thing. But if everyone else is only going to go a little up, little down, little up, little down, what's the right thing to do there? It's like you're supposed to have a perfectly straight line on something, and it's supposed to start on this marker here, and then the person misses it. So is the rest of the line going to be off from that person? No, they're going to dress to that front point there in order to make the best that they can. So it seems like he moderates it pretty quickly there. I really like that gusto that's there, and I wish the rest of the band was doing it too, though. Yeah, and remember, they had just put this show together. Like it wasn't polished. Sounds very good. So one of the big things to talk about on here is that, dude, this is 250 kids. There's a lot of people on the field, and it's very spread out. Like, they're condensed right now, and it's going from the 20-yard line to the other 20-yard line. Like, they're huge. And you get the drum line that's halfway through the field back. You have the opportunity to have a lot of phasing. Phasing is when you have like kind of a ba-da, ba-da, ba-da thing that's happening. So you can have the trumpets that are up here watching the drum major, and then whoever's in the very back over here, the Sousa, is watching the drum major, and you'll hear the Sousas coming a little late on every note because they're 30 yards away from the front end there, and sound only travels at around 600 miles an hour. So that means you're going to get that ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. So good bands will tell that those that are in the front, and when they're spread out like this, that they have to listen back. And then, yeah, you're supposed to follow the drum major that's there, but you have to listen back so that way all the sound presents forward at the same time. And for those that are in the back, that's really hard because you hear that sound come back to you late. You're like, they're off. They're so terrible. Why are they lagging so far behind? But up here, it's like, man, this sounds great. Sound. It works different. Okay, this person here, feet are off. Fourth from the end there, watch. Starts on, off. Whoops. So you're going to have that everywhere. It's just not everyone's going to be absolutely top notch. But what judges will look for is, do you realize that you're off, and did you recover? Or did you just march off the entire time? Like, it's different if if you let off with the right foot instead of with the left foot, and then you do the hop skip to fix it. They actually like seeing that. Like, hey, you recognize that you fixed it. It was pretty quick. But when you're not even stepping on the beat, they just grade you all the way down. Your marching sucks. Even if it's just one person, they'll highlight that one person, and then they'll just watch that person the whole time. Like, red trombone, he's wrong every time. Oh, man. So that was really cool to see all the flags all toss at the same time. The ones on the outside were a little late. They were supposed to be 100% in unison. So imagine if they had the rifles that they're tossing instead. It's supposed to be after it spins and then lands, you're supposed to hear that smack of that hitting the hands. So it's supposed to be that precise. And they're close, but I think those ones are probably the newer ones that are in there that just aren't quite all the way polished. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yep. So just a little late, but the ending position here is solid. Now at this point, no one is supposed to move. You stand there perfect at attention and you wait. You don't move at all. And I already saw a little bit of movement over there. Someone is just repositioning something. But you can see, like, they practiced this ending. These lines are solid. Like, they're perfectly equally spaced. You can see the shadows on this. The shadow follows the line all the way back. And I didn't notice that before, but I'm seeing it now. That's really cool. That's really cool. A couple things that you can see is, like, the spacing here is a little off. I think it looks like maybe there was a person that was missing, and they just kind of filled in the gap a little weird. What you're supposed to do whenever you're missing someone is, like, if this person is missing, you leave the gap for the entire person. You don't try to close that gap at all. It's just what's expected. Really cool stuff. But so yeah, when you finish the set, you're supposed to stand there unless there's some flair thing that you're doing or you're preparing for the next part. Like, you've got to run up front because you have a solo or something like that. So not a single movement, yet there was movement. Watch over here. Person moved their hand, another person moved their hand, and they were good. So very minor stuff, but, you know, Judges be nitpicky. Oh, that was good. Those flags were perfect. The crash that was on there and the right at the same time. So they're not raising it on one, they're hitting the top on one, and that's really cool. I like that a lot. That's Chief right there. So now, normally I would be praising the French horns here, but there's one of them that's off. You can hear it instead of just being that whoop, that one note that's on there. There's a person that's just a little flat that's in there, so you can hear it going kind of thing. You hear that? They fixed it. Oh. That was almost perfect. That was so close to perfect, guys. All right, I'll back up to show Jeep here in a second. So the stab was really good, but there's one trumpet that hang on a little late. So it's supposed to be the top end cuts first, the low end cuts last. That's what it's supposed to. You get that real rounded whoa that goes and just travels everywhere. The trumpets will stab, but they have to cut off quickly, and they didn't do that. Do you hear that one? That was just a little bit. Do you hear it? Did you hear it? That one hung on just a little bit more. Let's see if we can find where Jeef was on here. You can really hear those vocals though coming through, even though they're not singing at all. Like they're nailing it. Man, where was that? Was it farther back? I think it was. Help me out, guys. Where was it at? I think I might have skipped forward some, and I didn't mean to. Okay, yeah, I think I skipped ahead. Although that is a great part. I don't know where that was, but you'll have to go back through that, Barley. I'm sorry. So again, this is more basic stuff. Like they hit the position and now they're just marking time. And then this is another one of those choices. So you can either choose to continue to mark time and make sure everyone's feet is absolutely perfect, or you can sit there and stop. You hit the spot and everyone stops quick, and it was a crisp ending. It looks really great. Then it gives you the option to do flares. But if you're marking time, it's really difficult to do the flare stuff. You're right, I was. I don't remember where that was, though. Like, I think there it is. Oh, we were a lot farther along. That's where it was. Okay. So here's Jeef, right there. This guy right there, super shiny sax, right there. That's him. So close. It's really fun when you get that echo and you hear it echoing in the city to come back to you. This bum 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 bum. That's so cool. When you actually get to do that and you're loud enough as a group and you nail that note and it just sounds so perfect. Oh, so good.
Power is unstoppable. Master of puppets.
Wow, that was an excellent start. Did you guys hear that? That was so crisp. Every single one of them. Bop! It was just, man, not one person missed on that. And then all the color guard too nailed that first intro.
Power is unstoppable. Master of puppets.
2, 3, 4. Ah! So good. Okay, so look at this section here. This is a bit of a mess. I think that they had just put this together like maybe a week before for this specific song, because that's a difficult song to play, and they're putting drill to it as well. So they're struggling. But watch this section over here. You can see it's like an accordion of what's happening over there. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing, marching to the beat of their own drum. Here too. Oh, that was a little sloppy. It's supposed to be da da dee da da dee da da dee da da dee, and some of the trumpets started rushing a little bit and coming in early. But they ended it right. Those mellophones, they did that rip, and they just ended it right there, and that was crisp. That brought it right back. Listen to that again. Yep. I feel like there was a big miss here with the speed of which they're marching. They're marching at halftime. So like the conductor's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're marching 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Like I think it would have been really cool to kind of maybe vary that a little bit at least. But if they could do that quick march that's on there as they're switching between the sets, I think that would kind of really convey that frenetic energy that this song really has. And that was a lost opportunity. But that would have made it so much more difficult. So I get why they didn't. So again, what they're doing over here is, again, this is that puppet again, and the arms are just moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Should be perfection at this point. So that you can hear like the song as well at this point kind of gets a little slower. Instead of going dot 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 dot, you hear dun 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 dun, and you kind of want to have that feel to it where instead of it going 1 2 3 4, it's a 1 2 3 4. So like switching to a slower marching tempo at this point would make sense, because the song does that too. So listen to that change that's there. 3, 4, 1 2 3 4. And here it goes faster. Yeah. Okay, I want to kind of hear that transition again and see where they park and bark again. Park and bark is where you march to position, stop, and then just play really loud. This person wobbling a lot there. You see that? Did you see that? You can see like the gap between their legs and no one else you could see that. That was the only one. Feet aren't together there. Remember, Cake? Where are your feet?
Together!
That's right. Are they? Are they?
No.
As Brown would say. You sure?
No, he'll say, no, they're not.
It's true. You would. Oh, that was a good ending. Did you hear that echo? You know, that would be really good. If they Coffee Lady, you're right. They could get a drone and with an HD camera and just put it on there and be flying it like above and doing like panning or something like that. That would be really cool. And I think that would be a really cheap solution to take one person to manage it. Listen to the end, that final note. They completely nail it. There was no one that hung onto that note late, and you can hear that echo. That's just wow, wow, wow as it's coming back. Oh, so good. Wah, wah, wah. Again, the color guard, you can see there's a couple of them that are just a little off here as well. So look, this one is facing down. And the rest of them are all up, except for this one, which is a little bit farther down. This one's kind of halfway down. So this person's just off. Whoops. They corrected. Oh, because she dropped her flag. I didn't catch that. Okay.
One of the greatest anthems in metal history. Enter Sandman.
They do have a big TV, but how would they record it? That's the kind of the question that's there. Like they could be recording from, you know, this that's up there on the other side of it, like behind where the audience is this way. But if you could really kind of get it from an overhead view, like if you just took a little basic drone up there, I think that would really do it. Oh, well, I haven't actually heard this before. For the marching band, they're doing Enter Sandman right here. Oh, it's a good song, very iconic. Let's see if they nail it. Let's see if they nail it. Flag goes off. Okay, so I can see why they didn't do this at state. It's a little, they're struggling, at least for their standards. You can hear like there's a couple of the mellophones that are just straight hitting wrong notes. They're correcting it, but they're hitting the wrong notes. The flags, you got a couple of them that are, this one especially was just off for most of the entire time, just like a half beat behind on everything. Oh, that was crisp. So they hit that box that was over here, and they touched it, and they nailed it, and then instantly stepped off. That was nice. Watch that left side over there. Okay, this person's still moving. They're supposed to be parked. They're not. He's still moving. So he fixed it. He was fixing himself, which is great. You're supposed to nail it, though. This person also still has their feet apart. This person forgot to step off. They corrected it. That an individual corrected it for sure. It was good, but missed the very step off there. Whoop. Oh no, this person just stepped early. Got it. Barley, please don't think I'm trying to say that these guys are bad at all. They are absolutely amazing, and I am nitpicking the crap out of it right now because that's what a judge would do. Basically, I'm trying to talk about the good things that are there, but I'm highlighting the bad. So if they were to try to take it and use that as feedback to get better, they'd have to know. So please don't think I'm trying to say that they're terrible. They're not. They're absolutely amazing. Listening to the drum line is super crisp. Super crisp. It is just, wow. It is really good. But of 250, there's like 5 people that are making mistakes. Okay, do you hear the phasing here? It's kind of boo-wah, 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 boo-wah. You can kind of hear that. It's the outside of the field trying to listen to the center, and is coming to the audience at different times instead of all unified at once. So in these cases here, I would kind of think that maybe the drum line would actually need to be listening to the sides here instead of following the drum major perfectly. But that's so hard to execute. How do you fix that? How do you actually fix that? Do you hear it? Do you hear the sousaphones a little late, Cake? Day's a little late.
Yeah, I heard it.
This is a really good choice here to park and bark. This is the really big moment where it's "And tonight!" And so that makes sense why they did that. That's really good. Dude, watch the snares. They're bouncing just a little bit. Doom, 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 doom. And they're just, I can see they're really totally all the way into it. It is great. That is great to see. Oh man, watch this snare. His hand gets all the way up. He's all the way in it. Now, what they're supposed to do, 100% uniforms. The drum corps line is supposed to be primo, molto bene. And so I would love it, again, just kind of like with the other guy that was with the trumpet. That was going all the way up and down. Same thing here. Stick height matters. It needs to be uniform whenever they're doing that. And I would think all the rest of the snares need to go as high as the other one, as that one guy did. Watch that. Oh wow, that was an interesting ending. Did you hear the trombones go wow? That was a cool choice. Just to kind of end it suddenly and on a different key. Interesting. So this is the end of the show. So this is how they march off the field. So how Central did the Scotties, and then they had their cadence as they're doing their marching off. They actually do a whole song where they all play something. That's kind of neat. I'd like to call a personal foul on the photographer there. There's definitely some thumb. There's some hand movement that's over the... I'm just joking. You're good. Wrong foot. Right. It's supposed to be left. Oh, fixed it. Did you see that? She fixed it. Or whoever that is. Did you see that? Stepping off with the right foot and then did a quick skip and then fixed it. Watch. This one right there. There it is. That's good. Got him. They fixed it. That was a very fun show. That was a very fun show. Wow, that was a very fun show, guys. So yeah, you remember you're only as good as your last taco. Okay, when I worked at Taco Bell, that's what one of my assistant managers came up with because he was a cook at Chili's beforehand. He says you're only good as your last meal. So when he went to work at Taco Bell for me, he's like, you're only as good as your last taco. So when you march off the field, it should be as important as when you're marching on the field. And so that was a little loose when they were there. But that's just, again, that's just what happens when you have a really large band that's there. And I can see why they're marching off, too, because then they have to get back into the stands in order to play for the football game. I get what they're doing there. That's good. But, yep, they're solid. That is amazing to hear. Man, so many really good moments that are in there in that show, guys. So many good moments. I guess there wasn't really much that I was going to be able to show on the other one that was here. So really just kind of looking at things that are here whenever they're marching in. You can... when they try to do their show or they're setting up their lines on everything, like not everything is 100%. It's close. It's very close. But again, this is not the size of a football field. So football field is 100 yards, from 120 yards from the end of the end zone to the other end zone. So 50 and 50 plus the 10 for the end zones. And you've got this here is the 20-yard mark. So this one's only going to be 10, so 30, 40. It's not going to be like 70 yards. I think it's 80 yards is where that is. So it's significantly smaller, by like 30% compared to a normal football field that's there. So they're used to having a much larger space. So that's going to mess with your spatial awareness when you're trying to do stuff. So I get it. But there's some of the points on here where like this is supposed to be a bit of a straight line, and it's not a straight line that's there. Same thing for over here. This is supposed to be a straight line, and you got variation that's there. Again, that's just what happens, but it's making sure that whenever you do have that moment to fix it, that you do. That you're always dressing to that person to make that line match what it's supposed to be. But when you have complex formations that are like this, where everyone is dependent on another, like you're just, in order to nail your line, you're just going to have one person sticking out like a sore thumb. Or what is just not perfect, Well, Pete, that was really good. Thank you very much for putting together that video, and then for sending this to me too. Thanks for recording it, and then allowing me to go over this as well. That is exciting stuff, man. I love it. Oh man, I love going over the band stuff. This is so good. It's so good, guys. Man, oh man. I hope that I get to stick around doing marching band stuff for a long time, dude. Like, it's so exciting to watch. Hey, we just got like 40 levels. Woo!
Yay.
We'll take it. System's filling up, which is good. It's what we want. That's why we have the overflow that's there. Me gusta. So what are your guys' thoughts on that, huh? What stuck out to you guys on those performances? Unlimited cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. That's right. What brought that to mind? Let's go. Put our ice away here. Love the band stuff too. Church lady. Yeah, you got it. Get the ice box out. There we go. Sweet. All right. So, today was a good day, guys. I really appreciate you letting me just kind of nerd out over the music stuff again. Like, clearly this is my passion. I love all things music. It's great. I could do the same thing over just rock shows or whatever. And I get equally excited about all that stuff. It's just, copyrights. So with the marching band stuff, I can at least do it a little bit, where I'm not going to get a strike. You love the music and the loudness of it all. I love it too. I love how you can feel it. You can literally feel it. Oh, the percussiveness that's there is so good. I was talking on Thursday night with the sound guy about how the snare drum at church didn't sound right, and it just needed to have more of a thwack that was in there, where it really needed to crack a little more, and it sounded like a thud almost. And it's just because it was too quiet. I turned it up a little more. All of a sudden, it rounded out that sound that it needed to be. It was just too quiet to capture everything. Yep. All right. Well, today we did a decent amount. We were able to get started on our Netherite goodness that's here and work on potentially redesigning the outline a little tiny bit here. But yeah, we got our first sets going on. Just how the space was smaller than a football field. Oh, itty bitty living space. Okay, got you there. Yeah, so we made some good progress on there. We spent all that time going over the music stuff. Cake, is there anything that you wanted to go over before we wrap things up? Anything you wanted to highlight?
No, nothing really.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You sure? Are you sure?
I'm very sure. Sure +2.
That's a good mic. Tell you what.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we're going to go ahead and call it. It's right about at that 3-hour mark here. Like we always try to shoot for here, guys. It's been a good ride. It's been a very good ride today. I'm very thankful for you guys being here with me and being able to nerd out over all of the marching band goodness. If you like what we got going on here, please make sure you drop a like, comment down below. I read all the comments and I respond to them as well. Share me your excitement. Show me what you guys think and believe about all this stuff, about the Western Thunder Marching Band. Oh man, it's so neat. Hopefully Jeef watches this in the end and tells me what he thinks too and says, you're being too nitpicky. All right, and then make sure you guys as well, you subscribe to Dark Maestro, join the Army of Light, and hit that bell so you get all of the notifications of all the things that I do. All right, guys, so let's go through this, all right? Be the beacon. We say be the beacon because we've got beacons in the background, and it's a way of life. It's what we do. It's what we do. For me, I try to spread joy as much as I can through the music that I play and I perform, and I teach others to do as well, but I also carry that to as many aspects as my life as possible. I don't want to just be the guy that that is happy sometimes. I want to be the guy that can be motivational all the time. So that's where I go with. And that's I think that's one of the giftings that I have, where I can have that ability to influence others, and I leverage that. It's great. Whenever I'm around others, things just tend to go better because they get happier because I instill in them that happiness. But where does it come from? It comes from my beliefs, from my Savior who died for me and gave me everything, gave me life, gave me a reason to live, a purpose behind everything. My purpose is to spread joy. And how I do that is by making sure that people choose their Savior, who is the Savior of the entire world, and not just for me, but for you too. It's a free gift, guys. Make sure you choose that gift. If you've got any questions, again, hit me up down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And then you can join me on the next stream. Usually I stream on Saturdays. Every now and then it's on to Sunday. And I might even have a couple of others from time to time as well. So make sure you watch for the notifications so you guys don't miss anything that's out there, all right? Thanks again for joining us again, everybody. Barley and Coffee Lady for sticking through all the way to the very end. And special thanks to Pete for putting the video together and also sending me over the other videos so that way we could cover everything all together as one big group. This is amazing. This is a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Big thanks to Cake for joining us. Thank you, Cake. And we'll see you guys next time, all right? Remember, be the beacon.
Bye.